The title race is over for Arsenal. We're comprehensively beaten like a bad drum by Manchester City at the Etihad, 4 goals to 1. What a match. If you watch my preview to the match, I said it. If you are analyzing it with logic, no emotionality, you could tell that we're going to get a thumping, and that's exactly what we got. I've been saying for a few weeks. Some of you called me names, especially when I went on a show on Tom's channel, when I said, if you keep on playing holding, you, excuse me, we will not make any significant progress. Some of you are saying holding has not cost us any game. It's like, I don't know what you're watching. What are you watching? We cannot play a high line with holding. He's not to scratch. He cannot run. He does not have pace, no recovery pace. He cannot tackle. Look at the first goal. Look at how Haaland spun him easily. Look at how many times it was spun. We've seen it before. We saw it last season against Spurs. Like, what? I don't understand what to run to Arsenal fans. And for Arteta, I remember when I made a video about Arteta's arrogance. Somebody in the comment section told me his arrogance has took us to the top. And I agree. But his arrogance is going to take us to second or third place. Because he's looking like we're on a free fall. We are looking like we're on a free fall. Give an analogy to understand what I'm saying. With Soiba, we are playing at a different level. With holding, the level drops. And when the level drops, it affects all the facets of the game. It's like driving a four-wheel drive Jeep, right? Then if you have a flat and you don't have the regular tire, and you put in the what we call, people regard as donut tire, the smaller auxiliary tire to just help you get to a place and get a regular tire, will you continue to drive at the same pace you were driving before? You can't, because you know the tire you put in is not the right size. So you're going to just do with that tire until you get to a tire shop and get a regular tire. Holding is not good enough. He cannot play Highland. I've been banging on this drum forever, and some of you are calling me names. Now, the remaining games, if we go and play against Newcastle and we play Holding, the same thing will happen. He's being targeted. He affects the rhythm of the team. Can't we just say it? Arteta's arrogance, right? He's getting away because he's still enjoying the credit he has on the FA Cup. Let me remind him, by next season, that credit will run on thin ice. If he continues this arrogance, let's scratch back. For those of you who have been watching English French for a long time, I remember Alex Ferguson, I'm going to use an example, playing Fabio, a youngster, and Rafael. Remember, those of you who have been watching football for a long time, French for a long time, maybe 10 years ago, he played two youngsters when he needed to play them because he still suffered injuries. And those youngsters performed, and they won the league that season. So what is wrong with Arteta playing Real Waters? Who will be a better player as a right back than Rob Holding will ever be as a centre half? Let me repeat that. Real Waters, as young as he is, will be a better player as a right back than Rob Holding will ever be as a centre defender. It will be. But no, experience. See, this nonsense narrative of experience that is not good enough, experience has cost us games, experience has cost us top four before. You keep on banking on this sort of experience. He is not just good enough, no matter the experience. See, the hypocrisy of most of you fans and those are supporting Arteta's bad decision making is that next season, if you sell Holding, it will be shame on you guys. Keep him. If he's that good, why don't you keep him beyond next season? Why are you guys asking that next season should be sold if he has this so-called experience? See, that is the irony of the conversation or the narrative. He has experience, but yet you want to get rid of him next season. How sensible is that? Like, I'm going to repeat myself and drill it in. Real Waters is a better youngster right back and a better player than Rob Holding will be as a central defender. Ever. This is a title race. This is time for Arteta to improve. If he had started playing Real Waters against West Ham, against Southampton, he will have played today and I've just chucked in Ben White as a centre half. But no, he stuck to his gun. And he had the audacity. See, that was irritating me. You're playing Rob Holding, and he has the audacity to want to play high press and high line. Make Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You are not playing Ben White as a center half. You're not playing Saliba, who is obviously injured. You are playing Rob Holding, and you are playing a high line, and you are pressing. When we all know teams that play high line, you need quick defenders. You need defenders who are good on a foot race, but you play Rob Holding. You could see the disconnect. It was affecting Partey. And you see, I was watching it on Peacock this afternoon, and some of the competitors were trying to pile all the blame on Partey because of the gap between the midfield and the defense. No, the gap was because Rob Holding was not confident enough to press. He was hesitant whether to press or to move back, which was destabilizing the team. And some of these commentators, English commentators, because of the English bias, wanted to make it seem it was Partey who was not doing his job. I'm not saying Partey had a fantastic game. The whole team did have a fantastic game, but just like what the English like to do, let us scapegoat a player who is not English. Now, I'm not buying it. No, I am not buying that bollocks. I'm not buying that bollocks. Where was Saka today? He has been poor for over 6 games. Now he's the golden boy, a star boy. Let's not talk about him. Since he has allegedly agreed a new contract, he has been piss poor. No, he's the star boy. Let's not talk about it. The title race is over for Arsenal. Let's see what we can do next season. And for Arteta, I don't trust him as much as I used to trust him. I think last season and this season has shown me a different part of Arteta. He's arrogantly stubborn, ignorantly stubborn. He doesn't know how to improvise. He doesn't know how to change things. I cannot definitely say the time he played Chelsea, I think last 2 seasons ago, to save his job, when he played Saka, Smith Rowe, and Martinelli, he played those players because of injury. If injuries do not affect his selection, he does not know how to improvise. Yeah, because a smart manager, in my opinion, like I gave an example of Alex Ferguson, will play a youngster who is good in his position than play an experienced player who is not just good enough. You don't play a player because of experience. You play them because they are good enough. So Arteta is exposing himself, but some of you have this blind loyalty, loyalty, this blind support anytime somebody does good thing for a period of time. I'm not saying let's get Arteta out. I'm not saying that. No, don't misquote me. I'm saying you can call Arteta out when you can see he's making obvious mistakes and is looking dodgy. And Arteta is looking dodgy for the past few games. He refused to change it. He's stubborn. He's not. See, it is madness. It reminds me of when Mourinho called Arsene Wenger specialist in failure, because he kept on repeating something that wasn't working. It is crazy. Rob Holding has cost us how many games now? He keeps on playing it. It's not working, but he keeps on repeating it. What is crazier than that? Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.